Well, how was it? How was that hour break that we took to do the best things, to see what God had for us, and to do that, to be all present in that moment? What'd you do at that time? How did it feel? What'd you experience? Was it easy? Was it hard? Let's be honest. Were you one of the ones who just decided to skip ahead and skip the hour and go ahead and watch part two to wrap things up for the day? I hope not, but if you did, then maybe take the hour now and take that break. But when we do that, we just see where God might just have the best for us instead. In closing, after we have taken that break, I want you to consider doing one more thing that would make things a little bit weird, make you a little bit weird with your time. That's what our series is about, right? About being weird, doing things different than what the world does around us. I want to encourage you to do something. I know we have lots of to-do lists and things, and certainly I make them to try to make sure I get everything done that needs to get done during the day and all that. But I'd like for you to consider doing something else with it. Don't just make your to-do list for the day and all the tasks that you need to get done. But I would ask you to do this. Make a to-don't list. Yeah, that's right, a to-don't list. Just because we can do something doesn't necessarily mean that we should. There are a lot of things that compete for our time, a lot of things that will come up, and they're good things, but take a look at your priorities. Take a look at the things that you want to accomplish for your family, for yourself, your goals, your ambitions, your things that God has for you to do. And then make this list of things that you say you're just not going to do because it just doesn't fit. It's not the best thing. The best things are the things we're going to say yes to. The things we're going to put on the to-don't list are the things that might be good, but they're going to compete with the time for the very best. For instance, we could do something like, let's say one of our goals is to get in better shape. Maybe it's to eat better. Maybe it's to do things a little different with our diet and maybe not eat out as much. Maybe it's a budget thing for you to just not eat out as much as you were doing before to save that money and because you're saving for something else. So maybe putting on that to-don't list is something to say, hey, we're not going to eat out right now. Maybe this week we're just not going to go out, and so the time comes and maybe a good friend even invites you to dinner. That sounds like a great thing, a good thing to go and do. But is that the best thing? Is that going to meet the goals that you have? Maybe it is. And I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing to do to go out to dinner or something like that, but let's analyze everything through that lens of, is this the very best thing? And just because I can do this doesn't mean I have to do this. We can also look at it this way, is that we do so much with our lives where we just try to pack everything in. I'm one of the worst about that, to try to figure out a way to get everything squeezed in, to not have to say no to anything. We learned in grammar school earlier on in our lives what a conjunction is. It's one of those words that kind of joins two things together. Those words like and, or, but, those kind of words that are there. And we often say and a whole lot. I want to do this and this. I can do this and this. But I would encourage us to use or more. I can do this or this. Not, I can do this and this. You see, when we do that, then we're beginning to make that to-don't list, and we're beginning to filter our lives in a way that we know what the best things are, and we can say yes to those instead. See, the big thing is I don't want you to miss God's blessings because you're so busy. Be weird with your time. You see, normal is tired. Normal is burned out. Normal is running and burning the candle at both ends all the time with nothing to show for it oftentimes. It's wishing that we had an extra day of the week. It's wishing that we had an extra hour of the day, and that seems like every single day is that way. I don't want to live that way. I'd like to be a little bit weird. You see, normal is tired. Normal is burned out. So let's be weird with our time. Our God, we thank you so much for giving us time. You've given us all the same amount of time, 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week. And you've given us enough time to do the things that you want us to do. So help us to do those things well. Help us to filter out the things that may be good, but they're not the best. Help us to say yes to the best things, to say yes to you. And as we do, to not miss your blessings because we're present, because we're there, and we're experiencing it fully, the abundant life that you have for us. So God, help us to be a little weird with our time. Help us to say no. Help us to filter things. Help us to be present. Help us just to use the time to the best of our ability all the time to accomplish what you have for us. And we thank you for the way you'll bless us through it, because we're using our time more diligently and more effectively for you and nothing else. We thank you for it all in your name. Amen. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in for this really different kind of message today. I wanted that middle part where you took the break for an hour to really be a sermon and just a practical experience where you learn just about experientially learn about what it means just to stop for a little while. I can say it, but if you can experience it, that's a whole different thing. Hope you are safe out there in this weather. Hope that we can get back together real soon for our midweek stuff, and we'll just make an announcement about that later on as we see how the roads are and how things end up after this storm. But again, hope you're safe. If you need anything, please give us a call and give me a call, and I'll make sure that we do our best to help you if we can for whatever comes up because of the storm or whatever. So have a great week. Be safe. We'll see you soon. Thank you.